Hello, hello, and welcome to another mini masterclass at the Happy Business Club. I'm your host, Michelle Thomas, and I'm going to tell you today why Baby Ballet, the company Baby Ballet, is the most resilient business I have ever come across. How do I know this? Well, I was in the middle of the whole thing when the shit hit the fan 4 years ago, right as the pandemic hit. So we're talking about resilient businesses today. What does that look like? I'm going to tell you exactly what this looks like, and it comes in two parts. So there's a part you see when the shit hits the fan, when things go wrong, when disasters befall us. This is what happens, okay? For a business who is resilient as hell, strong as hell, this is what they do. Okay, so imagine, or anybody that doesn't know, I run a Baby Ballet franchise, and I have done for the last 12 years. And for the last 18 years, they've been running as a franchise. So they've been going for quite a long time. I've been going for quite a long time. Everything was hunky-dory. In 2020, in January, we were having the best time ever, the most amount of customers, bums on seats, full classes. Everything was great. And then the pandemic hit. Now, what we had to do was so mind-blowingly unbelievable that our heads were literally spinning on our necks because it happened so quickly. I'm not saying that we were the only ones doing it, but this is what happened. So basically, there's a lot of franchisees in the UK. There's licensees across the whole of the world. But in the UK, there were about 80 franchisees, and there was head office. And as soon as we found out that the pandemic was coming and we had to shut down, we did it overnight. And head office actually brought us in on Zoom from all over the country, sat us down. We were crying, we were scared, we were frustrated, we were all angry. It was an absolute shit show. But at that point in time, they managed to bring us all together into the room, and they did this every single day from all over the country. 80 people running businesses in one room every single day. And what we were doing was we were assembling our troops and making sure that we were doing what was necessary to keep ourselves going. We were united. We were strong. Now, the skills that had actually developed over time came to the fore exactly when this was happening. So basically, what we were doing is we were going from classes in lovely venues with amazing teachers. There was a beautiful brand. We had a syllabus. There were little preschool kids coming to our class, doing ballet classes, dance classes, having some fun. And all of a sudden, we couldn't do that anymore. We actually pivoted overnight, and we went from that to online. So all of a sudden, all our customers, they couldn't come to the classes anymore. We had to provide something else for them. So what we had to do is get our thinking caps on and get creative. And through that creativity, which is one of the first things on my list, so there's going to be 5 things on this list. When we got creative and we managed to find solutions to problems, all of us together, we were able to pivot and be flexible, which is the second thing, and offer something to our clients so that we could keep on going. And it was amazing to see because we were so united. It was absolutely fantastic, even though we were absolutely dying at the time, working all the hours, having to deal with homeschooling as well because the schools have started to shut down. All of the above, and wondering if our business was going to survive this. We thought it wouldn't take very long. It lasted for blooming ages, and it was up and down, and it got better before it got worse, before it got better. So from that, so we've got creativity. If you're looking for a resilient business, you're looking for one that's creative in the face of disaster, one that can find solutions to problems. You are looking for flexibility, ones that can actually take the solutions to the problems and actually do something different really quickly, keep up with what is necessary to keep going. The third thing is we are open open and engaged and paying attention. So head office were paying attention to us and we're open and engaged. We were paying attention to our customers and what they needed. They didn't even bloody know what they needed at that time, but we were paying attention and trying to find lovely solutions for them to be able to still be part of a community when they needed it the most. So we were paying attention, we were listening, we were open, we were engaged. And it was really hard because the natural inclination is to just clam up, run away, and hide. And we didn't do that. We opened ourselves up even more in times of pandemic, in times of stress, in times when we didn't know whether our businesses were going to survive. But we were creative, we were open, we were engaged, we paid attention, and we were flexible. That whole idea of pivoting, we pivoted. We went from classes in a venue to classes online. We had to deal with tech, we had to deal with admin, we had to make communication clear, we had to provide music and syllabus to our teachers so that they could actually teach all our customers. Some of the customers didn't want to come online or couldn't come online. We had to deal with all of that as well. We didn't know what was happening. We didn't know if we were going to have a business, but we kept going. And that is another key factor of being strong and being resilient and bouncing back to things a lot quicker. So keeping going, and we kept each other going. It was brilliant that we had that support. If we'd have been on our own, it would have been a lot more difficult, but we kept going. We kept turning up every single day. We had something to turn up for. We had actions, we had clarity, we had a plan, we had creativity, we had flexibility. So all these things were piling on top of each other and making us move forward in very uncertain times in ways that we'd never encountered before. And on top of all of that, we took responsibility for our actions. We took the control of what we were going to do. We made sure that we ran in line with the government. We made sure that we actually safety took priority, because that's what it was at the time. Hi, Joanne. You're missing all my story, Joanne. You're missing all my story about the baby belly, but I'll crack on. So taking responsibility. And this actually came up even more. So I'm talking about the pandemic. How In Baby Ballet is one of the most resilient businesses that I've come across. So we were taking responsibility at a time where we didn't know what the hell we were doing, but we led from the front. And what happened was, when we started going back to the other classes, it was even harder than it was pivoting in the first place, when we had to go from normal classes to online because we didn't know what we were doing, and then going back into classes where we had stringent risk assessments, we had all the face masks, we had cleaning, we had the distancing rules, that we had to make sure that the teachers kept up with everything, that everybody was informed. We had signs all over the place, sanitizers, everything we had to put back into place, but it was completely different. But we took responsibility, we took ownership of that, and we cracked on and we did what was necessary. Now, as you well know, the pandemic didn't just last for one shutdown, for one lockdown. It lasted for 3. By the second lockdown, we were at a point where we were listening to our customers. Our customers didn't particularly want to go online, and they didn't want to pay to go online anymore. So basically we lost our income overnight, but we still had to keep going. So back to keep going, keep coming back, keep showing up, keep doing what was necessary, just so that our business could hang on by its fingernails. And I tell you what, a year in, we were running on fumes. A lot of us didn't qualify for the grants and the money that the government was offering to a lot of businesses, including myself, didn't qualify for that. Our bank accounts were emptied. We still had certain things to pay and bills to pay for. We didn't have money coming in at all. We didn't know when this was ending, and it was really touch and go for a very long time. But eventually we managed to come out the other side. And what happened then is, because we managed to hold on, we managed to be creative, we managed to be engaged, we managed to stay in a place where we still existed. We took responsibility and we cracked on with it. We managed to open up our classes again and go from strength to strength. This is what resilience looks like in practice when the shit hits the fan, and you can see it. It's very evident. Now, how do we see resilience and how strong a business is? when the shit doesn't hit the fan, when we don't have pandemics, when we don't have great big things flying at us like legal battles or death or things like that, when we don't have those really big things that we need to kind of show up for and sort out, because it's do or die, it's sink or swim. What about the everyday? You can feel that, Joanne. You know what I'm talking about. What do we do in the everyday? Now, the difference between doing it when the shitballs are flying and doing it in your day to day is the difference between being reactive and being proactive. So everything that I've told you about was reactive resilience. It was reactive strength. It was a strength that we had when we had no choice. But what about when you have a choice, when you're making choices about the things that you're doing day to day, the habits that you create, the practices that you choose to embody? Proactive practice, proactive resilience is absolutely key. And what does this look like? It looks like the exact same things, but they're slightly different. So listening, we talked about paying attention openly and engaging with our customers, with the people that we connect with, so that we know exactly what is going on. We still have to do that when things are going great. This is the way that we grow. We might not necessarily have to kind of like hunker down, but we will get the opportunity to grow them. So we listen and we notice. The second thing was creativity. Creativity is great when you've got to solve problems in the face of adversity, but creativity and practicing creativity in small ways every single day is a way of actually being ready for that creativity, being ready to open your mind and come up with great solutions to actually grow your business. When you're being proactive, it grows your business. It allows you to take all that feedback and create something that your client wants, and that leads to growth. So being resilient in that respect and practicing resilience is really, really great when you're doing it proactively and you're running your business and things are going great. The next one is flexibility, adapting and incorporating new learnings. Doing this as a matter of course in your business will allow you to grow and give a brilliant, brilliant quality of service or product. It will allow you to make it better all the time, make yourself more professional, give a better quality of service, actually do better and create more business off the back of it. Because if you give quality of service, you can charge more, you're more likely to take clients on, and you're constantly learning about that as well. So that flexibility in being able to know what to do, when to do it, based on how creative you are and how much you actually pay attention to your business. The fourth one is keeping on going. Some days are hard, some days are easy, but keeping on going, keeping on showing up. Keep going, keep growing, keep showing up. And it means that your business will be sustainable. It'll last for a long time. It'll grow with you. You will grow with your business as well. And the final thing is, and you can't get away from this, is take responsibility. Don't point the finger when things are not the way that you want them. Don't be disappointed when things don't go your way. Take that on board, take that responsibility, and have the power to make decisions and act upon those decisions. So when things are going good, make decisions from a place of power, from a place of responsibility, that it's you that is going to actually make those decisions and take that action. So those 5 things: listening and noticing, creativity, flexibility, keeping on going, and taking responsibility, are absolutely brilliant. You can see that when you need to be resilient in the face of adversity, like with Baby Ballet. And the thing about Baby Ballet is everything that they did then is stuff that they've been doing for many, many years. I personally know the owner. I know exactly the kind of person that she is. I've had the pure pleasure of watching her grow over many, many years and grow her business, and how she approached it and how she created this wonderful family. And she has done it precisely through developing through these things: engagement, creativity, flexibility, keeping on going, keeping on showing up, and taking responsibility. Those 5 things, if you can practice them every day, in your way, in your business, you will have a sustainable business that will be strong as fuck and will show up when the shitballs are flying and everybody else is sinking and you're swimming. So that is what that's what I'm gonna bring to the table today. That is what a resilient business looks like. And I'd like for you to go away and have a think about your business and have a look at where you're actually bringing that to the table every single day in your practices, in your proactive, resilient practices every single day. Because it's guaranteed then when things happen in your business and you are emotionally, physically strong and you have contingencies and you've created a culture in your business that bands together when you really need to, you will weather any storm and you will be able to get back up quicker and move towards those dreams. And that's what I want for you. Okay. So take that on board, go away, have a think about it and see how you can improve on that. So this is the kind of thing that we're going to be doing at the Dream Builders and World Changers. We're going to be looking at all sorts of things. I've got some amazing speakers. They're going to be showing you exactly how to do these kind of things, how to get back, hit back in face of adversity, how to practice stuff before you even get to that when times are good, how you can grow, how you can build amazing resilience, get strong as hell, and remember who the heck you are. And next week, I'm going to be doing this all over again. But I'm going to have a guest. I'm going to have one of our amazing expert speakers, Lou Parker from Brain, Body, Soul. Body, Brain, Soul. Sorry, Lou. You're phenomenal anyway. Everything neuroscience, everything geeky, everything brainy. I absolutely love that woman today. She's going to come and talk to us about building resilience in your business by hacking your brain. And she is going to blow you away. I can't bloody wait. I'll see you next week.